we've poured hundreds of billions of dollars into the Palestinian plight. How do you think the heads of Hamas became billionaires? How do you think Abbas is a billionaire and his families are worth millions and millions of dollars? Where do they think this money's coming from? It's coming from us and the rest of the fools in the world. Nobody was stopping the Palestinians in Gaza from creating their own vibrant nation. They took the money and they built tunnels to kill Jews. Dearborn, Michigan has become really, it's not the only place, by the way, but it's become the center of the Islamists within the United States. They bragged about it, and when you point it out, they get angry about it. And now the Wall Street Journal ran an op-ed by the man in charge of a fantastic organization, MEMRI, MEMRI.org. We've talked about that. And that organization, it actually interprets what people are saying in the Middle East and in this country about Jews, about Israel, about Judaism. And so you get an English interpretation, translation of what they're saying, because the American media, despite it hundreds of billions of dollars in resources, doesn't want to do it. So this little group does it. And they have found that Dearborn, Michigan is an anti-American, anti-Israel, Jew-hating enclave of 40, 50,000 people. And so it shouldn't be any news to anybody, because it's been that way now for a couple of decades, but it's only gotten worse. So he writes this op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. They have the guts to finally do something right, which is to publish it. And they come under a vicious attack. He comes under vicious attack. NBC, ABC, CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, Washington Post. And so he says, okay, let me put out a video of what's going on in Dearborn, Michigan. Now, we're not going to provide you with the whole video. You can go to MEMRI, MEMRI.org. It's there. Or, again, go to my social sites. I've been putting a lot of information out lately. But we wanted to play you Dearborn, Michigan Mayor Abdullah Hamad in a pro-Palestinian rally on November 29, 2023. And he's won. They've got imams up the wazoo saying the same thing and worse. And this is in the United States of America. And I want you to keep something in mind. These are Democrat Party voters. That's why Biden has turned on Israel. That's why Blinken is in a massive propaganda campaign. That's why they actually went after the Jews in Judea and Samaria with their lies and have put restrictions on their ability to travel and their financial investments in the United States. You know, it's funny. Trump points out that there's certain Muslim countries in the world when he comes that we can't take their people because we don't know who they are and they don't have a mechanism to set up any process by which we can vet them. And they're having civil wars going on and they are spreading terrorism. Not most of the Muslim countries, not even the most populous Muslim countries, just certain ones. Iran, Iraq, Syria, Sudan, and so forth. He didn't say Indonesia and so forth. No, which I believe is the biggest, certainly one of them. Or Morocco, or no. But here, you take a certain population of Jews, that is Israelis. They call them settlers. They stereotype them. They lie about them. They withhold munitions from them. We do. And now we have visa restrictions for them and punishing them. Think about this. And Blinken's out there saying the Jews are dehumanizing the Palestinians. And he's out there saying Benjamin Netanyahu needs to go. And they leak the fact of what Biden says about Benjamin Netanyahu. Have you ever seen anything like this in your life? Was this going on 3 years ago? No. There were no massive terrorist attacks. Iran was failing. It was on its back. It was about to collapse. You had the Abraham Accords, where you had Arab/Muslim countries literally making diplomatic ties in public, and proudly so, with the state of Israel. All that's collapsed, all of it. And now the pressure's on Israel to commit suicide. I want you to listen to this mayor in our own country, in Dearborn, Michigan, which used to be one of the big hubs for the Ford Corporation, for assembly lines, for people who used to make these things, mostly ethnic Germans, Poles, Irish, Italians, and so forth. Not anymore. Go.
I am only 8 years old, and I know more about humanity than our president. And in so Palestine,
this is the city of protest, the city of resilience, the city of resistance. You know, a lot of people are asking the question, what will this community do in 2024? You have a choice between the current president or the former president. And if the former president assumes office, that is the demise of American democracy.
Oh.
If American democracy depends on a current president being reelected, then why does being bedfellows with a terrorist Benjamin Netanyahu worth sacrificing American democracy?
No, so stop. You see this? So Netanyahu's a terrorist. They hate Trump. I've always said, if you listen to this show and radio, the people who hate America hate Israel. And the people who hate Israel hate America. It's the same thing for them. They want to see Benjamin Netanyahu hanging by his throat from a telephone pole. They want to see Donald Trump hanging by his throat, by his neck, on a telephone pole. And they'd be giddy about it, and they'd be talking about it, and they'd be happy about it. This is the mayor of Dearborn, Michigan. So Donald Trump threatens democracy. Go ahead.
That is the question that should be asked. Not put on our shoulders about which way will we go. The question is, what policy will you adopt, and which constituents will you listen to? Those who stuff your pockets with money, or those telling you about the
So those who stuff your pockets with money, who's he referring to? Jews. This is the blood libel that's gone on since, really, ancestral times, 4,000 or 5,000 years. He says it. Nobody condemns him. This is in video. It's publicly available. You're not going to see this video on any news platform in America on cable or network TV. It's not going to happen. You're going to see it here on Blaze because I'm playing it. Go ahead.
Here on our backs to Joe Biden. You are the textbook definition of a hypocrite, and you are a cancer in our country.
This is an imam now.
The change is coming, and the wave of people like you is reaching to DC to clean the White House and the Congress from the corrupt and the best paid politicians that we can have.
So you see, you hear him broken English. So he's an immigrant to the United States. Since when has this country tolerated this? You used to have to be vetted. You used to have to show allegiance to this country. You used to have to agree to be acculturated into this country. Not anymore. The border's open. Come as you may. Attack our cops. Give us the finger. Take food. Go to Dearborn, Michigan. Attack a former president. Even attack a current president. Make any allegation you want. These speakers are Islamists. Listen to what they're saying. Go ahead.
These people who are responsible for killing millions in the world without...
What people is he talking about? What do you think he's talking about? Jews. Jews have killed millions in the world. These are Nazis. And so when the director of Memory, this organization that's putting this information out for the whole country to see, the whole world to see, writes a piece and says, this is the center of the jihadist movement in America. You hear what they're saying. Is it or isn't it? And this is only what's caught on video. They're under attack. The mayor puts out this false thing that they're being threatened. The police chief, they're being threatened. This is Islamophobia. And Biden condemns. The Wall Street Journal condemns the op-ed and the man who wrote it. This is the Democrat Party today, selling out America. Go ahead.
Any sensitivity or any remorse. They are a bunch of killers. They are bloodthirsty.
The Jews, killers, bloodthirsty. Go ahead.
And it is your responsibility to go to Washington, D.C. and clean them out.
Clean them out. Clean them out. Filling people's pockets with money. Clean them out. Go ahead.
From the halls of the Congress and from the White House, day before yesterday, Tuesday, they voted in the United States House of Representatives. Can you believe that this is a House of Representatives? 412 to 1 supporting Israel and ignoring the Palestinian plight. We are on the road.
Oh, for God's sakes, we've poured hundreds of billions of dollars into the Palestinian plight. How do you think the heads of Hamas became billionaires? How do you think Abbas is a billionaire and his families are worth millions and millions of dollars? Where do they think this money's coming from? It's coming from us and the rest of the fools in the world. Nobody was stopping the Palestinians in Gaza from creating their own vibrant nation. They took the money and they built tunnels to kill Jews. Iran has its own country, but it's not good enough. From the river to the sea, they're saying, no, we want the whole damn Middle East. Okay, fine. They take no responsibility for the Muslim Brotherhood, no responsibility for the PLO and Arafat, no responsibility for the PLA and Abbas, no responsibility for Islamic Jihad, no responsibility for Hamas, no responsibility for Hezbollah. They want to be free. Free to do what? To destroy Judaism and Christianity, grab land that never belonged to them historically, and then what? Well, what do they say? Hamas, the Muslim Brotherhood, Islamic Jihad, Iran, Hezbollah, the rest of the world. Look at all these people. This is in the United States of America, in Middle America, in Michigan. Joe Biden is bending over backwards to accommodate, to reach these people. He doesn't want to lose their votes because he's told if you don't get the Islamist vote in the United States, you will lose.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.